Washington asked for a meeting of the UNSC this week over North Korea issues. This comes on the heels of the regime's concerning activities at its main missile launch site. Kim Min-ji updates us on the situation.
Despite the year-end deadline set by North Korea for the U.S. to take a more flexible position in denuclearization talks, the tensions between the two sides show little sign of easing anytime soon. The UN Security Council is set to convene on Wednesday to discuss North Korea's provocations, upon Washington's request. The U.S., which is president of the Council this month, wants to discuss Pyongyang's missile launches, as well as the possibility of what it calls an escalatory provocation. This is seen as Washington turning the screw on North Korea after an exchange of verbal insults between the two sides, and after Pyongyang conducted what it claims was a very important test, widely believed to be a solid fuel engine for an ICBM. Until now, U.S. President Donald Trump hasn't made a big issue of the regime's short-range missiles.
North Korea is using limited force to show its discontent, while the U.S. is using the UN to put more pressure on Pyongyang. But their rhetoric against each other is not as harsh as we saw back in 2017. It appears that each side will continue to add pressure, and the extent of that depends on the North's actions. But at the end of the day, it's likely that any actions or language will be limited to leave room for dialogue. I don't think either side will go over the line.
Seoul's foreign ministry said Tuesday that it was aware of the Security Council meeting and that it will be attended by a South Korean representative.
South Korea is closely communicating with the Council's president, the U.S., and other member states.
Meanwhile, the UN has stressed the need for Pyongyang and Washington to continue their talks on denuclearization. Diplomatic engagement, it says, is the only path to sustainable peace and the complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. Although the continued tit-for-tat has dimmed the prospects for a resumption of the talks within the next few weeks, experts say there's potential for behind-the-scenes contact to keep alive the momentum for dialogue. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.